Start the game. 30 versus 30, boys. All right, there's a red team and blue team in my Discord, guys. If you guys want to communicate in voice, there's a red team, blue team in my Discord. You can join the voice channels. All right, blue and red team have a bunch of people in voice right now. Blue and red team have a shitload of people in voice. I strongly encourage you to get into voice. Bro, look at this. This is sick. This is sick, guys. Oh, we got a flanker over here. The blue squadron zone. I love this shit. Oh, blues diving it in. Blues diving it in. They're moving for it. Liza taking a lot of damage. Red actually getting a run down. The coordination looks better from blue, but a huge CC right there. Red just getting absolutely worked through right now. Oh my goodness. Red camper getting run down. Oh god, red just looks so much less organized. Oh god, they gotta group up. They gotta group up. Although they're spawning in with invulnerability here. Wait, there's a lot of... Wait, all of the reds back on the point. Wait, no, red's super organized. They're just on the point. Blue's getting farmed over here. Oh, blue got bamboozled. Oh, all of blue comes back. They're getting stunned on the grapple right now. And it is a complete back and forth clown fiesta up in here, bro. Stanky actually diving in on people. Lucian doing a good job getting that heal back up. That shield is going to go away. Down he goes. Oh, no. Storm looks like he's going to go down too. He's CC'd. He's in the air. All it's going to take is one just fireball. Nope. He's good to go. Shosu diving onto him. But he's got enough gear. Good heals coming down. There are healers for blue team in this match. Red looking a little bit less organized. Blue actually holding this high ground, thinning red out here. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock before it actually is available. Red holding the low ground, blue holding the high ground and the choke point right here. Looking down towards the low ground. Free me, please. Just dove into everyone. Wrong neighborhood kid. Takes too much damage on that one. The homie Hemp is a tank, and he is slowed right now. He's just going to die. Tanks can bleed too, guys. Red camper trying to dive through onto the back line here. But that is not a spear equipped to you. The SNS Greatsword, that was so yesterday. Am I right, boys? Where's your spear? Red doing a good job of kind of kiting back and just thinning blue's numbers right here, forcing blue to kind of come down to them. Blue kind of running straight into the mouth of the red team as they get swallowed down here. A lot of low health members. Red should just dive in on this. Yeah, red camper going for it. Ashley losing a lot of health. Doesn't look like there's very many healers on the red side, if any at all. But a lot of red spawning in here, all going in through the same portal. And I think that's an important thing, is that all of red is spawning through the same portal here. They're getting actually pushed off the point. 23 seconds left on the clock. Blue definitely has control of the Riftstone. Red buying their time. And it looks like both teams are kind of coordinating. There's at least 10 people in voice from red team right now. So they should have better coordination than blue team. For sure. But blue is the one in control of the point here. Blue. Okay, 1 second left on the clock. We'll see if Dinner is going to try to claim the point for blue team here. Oh, Thera's going to try to CC him off. Good CC, keeping blue from capping the point. Forces a lot of blue players to kind of come back here. Thera trying to keep himself healthy. Looks like, I think he's a spear greatsword. Is he a spear greatsword? Stuff to click on him. Stuff to click on him. He went down, but blue does claim the point, and red is just kind of all clumped up in this corner over here. This is a flash wave rich environment, if you catch my drift here. And there's the charge on the flash wave. Doesn't actually get it off though. Ooh, greatsword going for the finishing damage. Details with a big flash wave over the top right there, putting down so much damage. Good positioning on the details right there, as red has been pushed hard back into this corner, and blue just controls the point. Every time one of their members gets low, they just walk into the back line. They get fully healed back up, and then they walk back out again. Red's just too scared to dive in. Oh, we just saw Dagger Spear actually go invisible right there. That's actually a super sick Dagger Spear. Actually might be kind of goated. That might do a crazy amount of damage to people. Red actually getting forward here, pushing up. Blue definitely really low on health, very vulnerable right now. I'd love to see a push in from Red here, but ooh, they get flanked really hard by a lot of blue members right there. One Logic diving in, but it looks like he's just gonna run out of time, run out of cooldowns. No, he's gonna make it out alive. He's just gonna run out. Little bit of disarray from the red team as they dive in onto the point here, and they're trying to cap the point. Clembo is gonna die right before the point cap goes down. Death is the best CC to get people off, and all of the red team is diving forward now. Blue losing control of the Riftstone at this point, and we're waiting for one of the red leaders for the red team to dive in and try to take this Riftstone. Blue has control of the high ground. Red has massive control on the low ground, and the blue numbers are starting to thin out here as they stream in from another portal zone over there. But red just not making the move to take the Riftstone, and blue looks like they're going to come back and overwhelm because they have control of the high ground, which is so important on the Mordecai Riftstone. Details doing his best to poke off Ponge here. Ponge running away with 1 HP, 30 HP down. He goes. Doge putting down good damage as well here. Putting down good damage. Red is all grouped up again. So is blue. Blue controlling this high ground right here. All stacked up. You can tell that both teams are coordinating with each other much better now as they all stay together. Red camper diving onto the point. I'm not sure that he knows that's the wrong neighborhood for you to be in. There's no way he survives that. Yeah, down he goes as the front line between the two balls clashes here. And the tanks start taking their damage. It looks like the backlines are both very safe right now. No spears have kind of dove through to do damage onto the backline, except for Dank Tart has pushed through, and that is a spear dagger. Oh, it looks like he just went invisible. He is gone again. And he's gone like a fart in the wind. He's out of here. Good concave from the blue team, but they're taking a lot of damage as red starts to kind of overwhelm a little bit. Definitely very evenly matched teams right here. Definitely evenly matched teams as blue kind of gets shoved back onto the point here as the divers from red kind of just pushing through. Morland, how you doing, man? We're running 30v30 viewer battles in the war games. It's super sick, man. Super sick. Now blue on full retreat right now. Red is shoving forward. There they go. They're all coordinating with each other again. They're sitting in voice in my Discord comms right now as there's a red team and a blue team in my Discord. And they're all coordinating with each other, and they're all just randoms having fun playing Throw to Liberty together. Red diving for the point. This is the first time they might be able to take the point all match, but blue holding the high ground on the point right here.
Just resubscribed for 4 months.
30v30 looks so funny.
Looks so
this
fun.
is sick. Yeah, this is so sick. I'll get to the shout out here in a second here. In about 6 minutes when this ends here. Actually, we have the shout out. Make sure you guys go and follow Marlon. He's an absolute specimen. OG BDO streamer, now streaming TnL. He's an absolute unit. Bald Giga Chad, the first of his kind in BDO. Well, him and Lakari both still playing TnL. Absolute unit. Make sure you guys give him a follow. You're more than happy to join this. Your community's more than happy to get in on this too. Blue's actually holding the high ground here. Red holding the low ground, and they're all spawning from the same portal right now. Blue trying to deal with some of the divers coming in. Red camper, honestly, he's like running the trench run in A New Hope. It's stay on target. The dude just keeps diving through. We see him way too deep every time. One Logic. Looks like the pre-engagers from blue are in, but no one capitalized. Ooh, they did take one with them there. Details goes invisible, backs up again. Details doesn't want to take too much damage, realizes he's a little far forward. Red stepping up. They could take the point at any moment here, but red is just choosing. The leaders of red have not tried to take this point over quite yet. They're trying to swarm up to the high ground as the flankers get up there. They're distracting the high ground from blue as the divers from blue are actually just getting obliterated and shoved back because the divers from red are just doing such a great job distracting the high ground like backline DPS up here. Blue still has control of this, but red now swarming in onto the point again. I'd love to see one of the leaders from red. Sorry, guys. I'd love to see one of the leaders from red. 15-second wokage. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'd love to see one of the leaders from red come in and try to cap the point here, but we have not seen that quite yet. I'm not sure if maybe they're just waiting till the end to try to cap the point here. Wokage, holy, yeah, welcome back. You're all awake now. Everyone is awake now. We're good. We're good. Okay, so again, red really grouped up on the low ground with 2 or 3 bombers in their backline at all points in time, and blue is just holding onto this high ground, playing safe, managing the bombers. Lucian running for his life. Fendi also backing up now. Good CC onto the bombers from red team as they go dagger stealth. Lucian probably not long for the world. He knows that there's a dagger around here somewhere. They did actually take him down. Lucian's gonna live, but he doesn't have, there's no healers. Just no healers in the entire Throne of Liberty community. There's just no one here. Field's gonna have a field day, or is he? The entirety of blue team turns on him, but he's just not dying. There he goes down there. Red team looks like they're kind of held up here as blue team with a great concave, holding on to the point right now. 3 minutes 35 seconds left on the clock, but last time we saw this, we saw blue actually, we saw the enemy team literally take the point with a minute left on the clock, and they ended up winning it. So like red might just be buying their time to try to push in together here. They actually pulled blue down off the high ground. There's almost no one from blue on the high ground right now. If red comes in and takes this, the front line from red actually hurting badly as Livso with that SNS doing his best to kind of stand his ground, but just losing too much damage. Danktart has been doing a great job this entire time being in that back line. Storm with invulnerability, trying to get back to his team here. Finally turns and is going to just regret that decision altogether. There's no way he makes it through to his team. Yeah, he is going to go down there, as it looks like blue is just running back, trying to regroup with their team right now. It looks like they've lost almost full control. We'd love to see red step forward to try to take the zone here, as I think that they have plenty of control of it. Blue is just shoved back, taking so many casualties right now. Oh, there's the cap coming through for red. That's exactly what I was talking about. They bided their time. No, they got interrupted. Blue, everyone low on HP, but they're all just trying to keep red from capping the point. Red looks like they're overwhelming the point right now. Blue streaming back to the fight just to try to keep control of it. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock here, as red honestly looks overwhelming. It looks like red actually has the number here. They're much stronger grouped. They have a much stronger presence on it. Oh, Effendi trying to line up the flash wave from the high ground, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. Red goes to the cap on the point, gets interrupted immediately. Details doing a great job from this high ground. Low on HP, but still making it happen. Good flash wave from the high ground right there. Actually aimed it down. Reels gets dove right there. Lineage takes him down. Lineage with a good dive right there and immediately dies. Nampy doing a good job peeling back right there to help his team. Again, blue team holding this high ground with 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock. You can see red is really struggling to hold it, but here they come pushing in. Elzib with the flank on the back line. Reels coming in, streaming back to the point here, and none of the red leaders feel like they can get a hold of the point, despite having better groups, despite having what looks like stronger pushes. They just can't get a hold of the point. With 1 minute left on the clock, red is looking a little bit desperate. Blue looks really dominant up on the high ground, but their backline is really low. If they have anyone dive this high ground, they're going to lose at least 2 people up here. AJ and Nikki will both die basically instantly. Minute left on the clock. Red's running out of time to make this happen. Toss charging flash wave. Not going to make it happen over there. Red has to go to pin 4. No, I'm not sure that that is the play. The dive onto the point from red there to try to make something happen, but really they've cleaned out most of the blue players. It looks like that now might be the time for them to go for the cap on the point. They need someone to run it down. It's 40 seconds left on the clock. There's not many blue players here. Guardian, he's screaming Guardians, Guardians, Guardians. They're trying to hold on to this point here, but red looks so much stronger on that low ground. Lineage diving forward, trying to get onto the point. Not going to make it happen. 29 seconds left on the clock. Can red get somebody to this point? This high ground position is so strong on the Morokai Riftstone. Red has not really tried for it at all. Finally coming up here to disrupt a little bit of the high ground. 15 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the cap trying to come down here, but they just keep interrupting them. It doesn't look like that red is going to be able to pull it out, but holy moly, was that back and forth super crazy. Blue's going to take it all the way home. Let's see what the stats look like, boys. Holy shit. Bro, that was sick. Bro, that was sick. 1 million damage from Eternal Dream. Details, top frags in BDO. He top frags in this game. Literally over 2x the next closest damage. He's a bow dagger, absolutely eating. Holy moly. Danktart, Nikishi. Let's see, this is not bugged here. So it looks like on the blue team, it was Details, Danktart, Nikishi, Reels, Free Me Please, Tross, Kihood, AJ, Nervous Seasoning, and then down from there, here. Baba, okay, so this is a healer down here. So they did have, at least they had like what, 1 2 3 4 5 ish healers, although I wouldn't consider dagger wand dagger to be much of a healing class. Looks like Honk dominating guild here. Road, Camelot, Blink, Poge Master, Vega Prime, Lineage 3, not Gerard, Therian. Honestly, who is the top spear user? Okay, so our spear users are down here. Remember, they're a little bit handicapped, guys, because the spear users don't have their skills all leveled up yet. They're not even close. The mastery's just not there yet. So we would expect the spears to be a little bit lower on the list. Overall, it does not mean that the weapon is weak. It just means that people haven't gotten there yet. And I'll be honest with you, Dank Tart, Spear Dagger, it doesn't look that low to me. I'll just keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. These kills went toward kill. Yo, these kills went towards kill ranking. Exploiting incoming. Wait, really? These kills work towards the kill. Oh, God. All right, you guys want to run it again? Guys, is no one from blue team in voice, bro? There's one person from blue team in voice. It's like 15 red team in voice. Oh, they're already fighting each other over there. Blue team, but honestly, blue looking really coordinated. Blue just diving in on it. Oh my God, it's a disaster. Oh my God, half of them didn't make the jump. Half of them didn't make the jump, guys. Spear leap from one edge to the other. Blue, although red is all in voice and blue isn't, it looks like, oh God, blue's getting shredded right there, but red got wiped out and blue is just holding that high ground for everything they can. Oh, blue starting to thin out now as red kind of starts to stream back to the fight. There are stairs leading up here. Red holding on to it right now. Hotly contested by blue. Red pushing them back off. Good flash wave over the top. Now Lazy Pug's dealing with that. Blue regrouping over on the side over there. Here comes blue's push. A little bit disorganized. They've already lost 2 or 3 divers because they're not communicating with each other. Well, they could be communicating. They just might not be in my Discord. They actually might be communicating. They just might not be in my Discord because they look like they're pushing together here. Oh, they actually collapsed down from all sides of the platform at the same time, pushing red off the platform. Red getting farmed down. Blue takes control of the back platform. Now they're looking at the low ground as well too. Could be in-game voice too. Oh, is there an in-game voice feature for like teams in this game mode? Oh, blue trying to stay together on the side over there, doing their best, but working down Felicitory over there for parties. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Okay, Blink getting knocked down as well. Blue actually with a commanding lead have control of both rooftops. You can see this here. Both rooftops on the left and the right here are controlled by, red kind of fighting for that left rooftop control. Red pushing in on main primary rooftop now on church. We're going to call this church rooftop here. But blue holding control of it. And these are extremely, extremely important rooftops. You can see the rest of blue actually just not doing anything over there. Holding on top of that house over there is actually extremely important as well. As we have 1 minute and 30 seconds before the point actually opens up in this one. Red not coordinating super well together. Blue definitely looks very well coordinated, very well postured, but no, red takes over the far rooftops, then charges for the church rooftop here where we're standing, and blue suddenly look like their numbers are just thinning out. Red with a good push, cleaning out the other rooftops here, and now church is going to get cleaned out as well. Blue streaming back to the fight one at a time, trying to flash wave him across the choke. Getting punished hard for that is Gank, and red now controls rooftops with 56 seconds left before the stone is actually obtainable here. Interesting note is that even if you stand on this high ground and you control this, you can actually take the stone from the far side there, and no one's really going to be able to do anything about it. So you're going to need to coordinate owning the high ground so that you can do more damage, as well as making sure that you have capped the stone. For those of you that don't know, in Throne of Liberty, whenever you're on the high ground in a situation, you actually have a lot more chance to hit your opponent depending on how much further above them you actually are. So if you hold a high ground, you can actually destroy people on the low ground because your hit chance is just so much higher up there. A lot of blue on the low ground over there, and there's just not enough on this high ground. Red cleaning them out. right there. It's 10 seconds on the cap, and red looks like they're actually ready to cap that point. Details on the low ground right now. Fighting down there as a bow dagger. Keep in mind, he was the highest damage person in the last game by basically 2x the next closest person right here. There's the cap going down for red. No, they got interrupted. They're gonna go for it again. No, they're still got interrupted again. Red going for the cap. Blue actually just kind of caught, not looking right now. Blue regrouping. Looks like red is gonna take the stone. Blue getting hard wiped off. Red in full control of the stone right now. Where did blue go? Blue on the outside. There they all are, all trying to take this rooftop over here and flood through this choke. I'm not sure that that is necessarily the play, is to flood through this choke onto the low ground. Red has full control of the zone right now, and that's ultimately what matters here. I'd love to see some people positioned up on the church rooftop right there, and maybe one person snake eyes actually perfectly positioned. You can see he's not at risk of anyone right now. He's kind of low on health, but like he's really not worried about anyone coming to hit him right there because it's such a good spot, and he can hit almost the entire zone from there. The flash wave's not going to do a whole lot of damage, but the rest of the skills should. Red finally gets up there. I mean, blue finally gets up there to try to kill him, and they just turn around and kill the diver. Snake Eyes might have to abandon that high ground though, as blue is pushing it back down. Blue just not as organized. Red just holding on the low ground right now. Blue diving across. I feel like they need to take this high ground up here first and foremost, and that's where their staging point needs to be for the rest of the Riftstone here. Last sneak a pretty long while. You're good. You'll be able to get the drop. Crip on the low ground, the only one left on the point here. He's an SNS wand, and he is basically unkillable. Blue actually taking over a little bit as they staged on these high grounds, and now they're pouring down to the low ground. Looks like there goes blue trying to cap the point here, getting a little bit of control back here as red gets shoved back. It looks like blue is gonna get control of the point. No, they're not. They got interrupted at the last moment. Buying a lot of time for red right there. Getting interrupted again. Dinner's gonna go down. Yeah, no, red actually managing to regroup and push them off. It looked like blue was gonna swing that back. Barely didn't get a hold of the point there, but an excellent push through. And you can see just how close these matches actually are. There's Lake Fonda dropping down right there. He's a crossbow player, unless he's changed. He's a crossbow dagger player, diving in, getting a good amount of damage down. And honestly, red's got full control of the point now. Blue's gonna have to go ahead and regroup on this. Yeah, I don't see the blue regroup. Looks like a lot of them are regrouping to the high ground here, and they're kind of flooding in from almost all sides. I'm not sure about that play. I don't think you have enough people with 30 people to really make that happen, but there's the push anyway as they come in. They're on the high grounds. They're on the low grounds. They're coming from every position. You see blue streaming in. They're trying to get a hold of the point. They were 2 seconds from getting it, and yet again get interrupted. Blue or red doing such a great job of keeping them off. Blackout going for another cap on the point for blue right there. 70%, 80, 90, knocked off again. Oh my goodness, red just keeps CCing them off the point. Down goes Blackout. Blue cannot make it happen. Dinner goes for it, but immediately interrupted and blown away. Here comes the red reinforcements. They almost got overwhelmed there. A tornado comes through, throwing Neo into the air. He's going to be just fine, though. As he lands back down, the red reinforcements take over the stone again. But you can see blue, when they push in a wave, they absolutely are able to wipe them off here. Sephora in great position right here. Ooh, but a dagger coming up behind him. Can he make it happen? A good crossbow. They both go invisible. They're both running around on this high ground right here. You can see them invisibility. They're both running. One's gonna go down. Oh, who's gonna take the bait? Sephora, low on health. Leifana goes down on the backside of it. Ooh, the bomber diving on top of the backline player. Not gonna make it happen there. Blue firing from the high ground should eventually overwhelm this here as Sephira's up here. But look at this. Lucian with the dagger play coming in from behind him. Or I'm sorry, the bow, like he's a bow crossbow, just kind of ran up and is now taking apart these high ground players. For blue up here, disrupting all of these players, trying to keep them from shooting onto the low ground, and the low ground is again just hotly contested. Red looks like they control the majority of it, but these blue players just cannot stop Sinister and the rest of these bombers from killing them. They just have to drop down. Now blue finally has control again. They're going to go for the cap of the point. 50%, 60, 70. Can they get the CC? 80, 90. No. Blue just keeps getting shut down. 5 minutes on the clock, and they're unable to make it happen. 20%, 30, 50. 70. Blue going to get it this time. First try. There we go. Blue now controls it, and it's on red to make something happen here. Blue looks like they overwhelmingly dominate the point right now, but red reinforcements are streaming in. No one really making an effort to get onto the high ground, except for Leifana diving in right there. Looks for the easy pickoff, finds it right there, finds another one as well. Leifana working his way to the outside, doing a lot of work for red team right now to try to obliterate them off the point. Blue getting wiped off. Red should go for a cap any second now. Details on the point as well, doing a good job making sure he gets that damage down. Blue, honestly, they have not gone for a cap yet, so blue does not need to panic yet. They just need to keep one person in range of the point with a hard CC up so that red can't get the point. You see how much red is actually on the point right now as blue regroups here. They're actually just going to take it from blue without even having to cap the point here in a second. If blue doesn't get onto the point, they're just going to lose it. You can see the percentage on this right side here. They are going to lose control of the point. They have to push in. They know that they have to push in. They actually took high ground control first on all three sides. Blue is battling for high ground control, but they know they have to dive in onto the low ground. There's Cuban. There's the collapse from all sides. Good coordination from blue. Look at that flank come in. Oh my goodness. Blue comes in and suddenly swarms the point just in time and pushes red straight off again. Blue battling back in control of the point with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. An excellent coordination by the blue team right there. Flash wave comes down and Dinner takes it in the face. Goes down there. Thera managing to stay alive. His opponent there had to back up. Looks like this high ground here. Looks like Mockingbird looking for some free damage from the high ground here. The problem here is the daggers can run up right behind you on the stairs is the problem with this high ground here. And that's exactly, here's Blackout here saying, no, you don't get to do that. Getting punished hard right there. You can't just sit on rooftops like a virgin. You got to get engaged. Red has full control. Blue's actually about to lose it. I don't think they're going to be grouped up fast enough. As blue 1% left, it looks like they're going to lose control of the point. There it goes. Red team is occupying. 3 minutes left on the clock. Blue's a little pissed. They're gonna have to occupy the point once again. There's the cap. Blue with another solid push, very coordinated, coming in 80%. Can they get the CC down on red? No, they do not. So blue just takes it right back again. This is the most back and forth wriststone we've seen in the game. I have not seen it this back and forth. Look at the red casting from the high ground. Road, Camelot, Drakmer, and Ben Simon MVP doing so much damage to blue from the high ground. Red just working them down. Blue trying to posture on the opposite side of the point. As a result of them holding the high ground, forces them to dive down onto that low ground there. Good positioning for blue right there, forcing red to kind of come to them. As red knows there's only 2 minutes left on the clock. Red knows they have control of this, the church high ground now. A lot of blue is regrouping. There's a swarm in on the point. Again, red takes all the rooftops, and then the swarm comes in. They're going to look for a cap on the point. I don't think that they can just hold it now. There's only 2 minutes left on the clock, although a lot of blue health bars just got really low. Lots of damage going in there. It looks like red might overwhelm because you can see they're firing from not one but two high ground positions, and there's just not enough blue to contest this right here. Lazy Plug is doing what he can to occupy these three people on the side guard. Good shove off the side there. Lazy Plug says, not in my house, bitch, and pushes them right off the side of the edge there, not allowing them to do damage from the high ground. That was absolutely sick. Red trying to overwhelm the point from all sides right now. The flanks are coming in. There's only 1 minute and 30 seconds left. It looks like blue might just hold this. Look at Pug literally just pushing people, bullying people, controlling this high ground, not letting them have it. Blackout's here with that great sword. Big burst damage on the great sword dagger. Moving in on the point now. Blue with dominating control and 1 minute left to go, but anything can happen. Red controls 2 of the 4 primary rooftops, 3 technically if you include Tractor, who is also firing from a high ground. But blue, you can see, also controls the rooftops on this side. Red has more of a melee presence on the point itself, though, as blue needs to regroup. There's a lot of red on the point. Blue, actually, red is just going to have to go for a cap at this point. 48 seconds left on the clock. They don't have enough time to overwhelm the point and wait for it to go to 0. It looks like blue might just take it. Red needs to come forward and cap right now. 38 seconds left on the clock. We should see all the Guardians go down for both teams here. Oh my goodness, 30 seconds left on the clock. Lazy Pug just blocking. You can see he's down there just blocking the point just in case anyone from red comes to try to cap the point. He's immediately going to shove them off. He's holding all of his cooldowns. 20 seconds left on the clock. Someone from red needs to get on the point. In fact, two people. Lazy Pug pushing them back there. Mockingbird stepping forward. Can't cap the point, though. He's not one of the leaders on his team. 10 seconds left on the clock. Red needs to run forward right now, or they're just not going to be able to hold it. Red is going to lose. It is going to be blue running it down. It looked like red was going to take it, and blue took it all the way home. What a match right there. That was absolutely sick. Oh my God. Wait, did red win? Red didn't win. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Yeah, we had control. Oh, so I just missed it. So blue took it. I mean, so red took it. Okay, so blue holding. Honestly, it was so back and forth. It was difficult. I must have missed who was capping the point. So red comes up with the win there. Very, very close. Blue had it for about half the time. Red had it for about half the time. Dank Tart with the highest damage in the game, 620k. Poge Master, 747. Doug Dimmy Dome, Monkey Man, Free Me Please, AJ, Details coming in at number 7 this time. Snake Eyes T, Ben Simmons, there's Fonda down here. Effendi, Radjian, let's see what the blue team's top fraggers. Oh, it's bugged. It's bugged. That's absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic. But absolutely amazing game. I'll scroll through the damage numbers here for you guys. We can run it again if you guys like. Top damage gang, you're huge. We love it. It isn't who capped. Blue didn't get it to 100%. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So blue capped it, but like then didn't work it to 100%. So red barely. So red pulled it out. But it was really close though. It was really close though. Damn, bro. Damn. So you can see how close blue was to actually taking it back. 85.6% was absolutely insane. So sick. So sick. Let's do it again. Oh, we're good. All right, everybody good? Start the game. Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll make it 24v24 next time, okay, guys? Because we had a lot of people. I didn't realize there was going to be that many people. I didn't realize. I'll make it 24v24v24. Maybe I'll do 4 teams of 18. Remember, there are voice channels in the Discord if you guys want to coordinate with each other. All right, so blue getting grouped up. Remember, guys, you have to get into a party when it starts. Very important. Before you kind of just run out like a clown fiesta, you should try to get into a party. But in this case, oh my God, this is going to be such a clown fiesta of a Riftstone. Green's positioned. Red looks like they're already on the Riftstone. Green's holding the middle ground. Blue's on the low ground. Red postured aggressively early. I can just stand right here and watch the entire fight. Blue on the low ground. Green is here. Red is here. And if you're colorblind, you. All right. Oh, green pushing up. They're going to take the high ground from red, and that's a big deal. The problem is the spawns are all on the low ground down there. Porkchop making it up here. First one on the blue team to make it up here. Oh, blue looks really strong moving up together. Very powerful move. Oh, there's blue trying to come up and take the high ground. Green was not postured aggressively here. They should be holding these high grounds here, guys. In fact, I'm literally going to do VOD review. There we go. Now I should be able to, like, they should be holding this high ground right here, guys. Like, they need to be postured much more aggressively on it. Blue dives up onto the high ground, challenging from green here. And it looks like red is nowhere to be found. It's just blue versus green, and they're beating the holy crap out of each other. I do not see red. There is red. Oh my God. And it's just a full backdoor as red comes in. Green thought they won, and now red with overwhelming numbers comes up to take the high ground from them. It's such a small space. Rohan incoming. That's right, baby. Red is for Rohan. Red is for Rohan, baby. There's, oh my God, look at that flash wave. It's gonna be so good. Comes across like that. Blue getting knocked off. Green clumped up in the corner. Looks like red honestly charged in too fast. Looks like the orcs just slaughtered every rider of Rohan that came in on that one. Red not able to come up with it 2 minutes before the reft even spawns here. This is a absolute fiesta on this one. It's a good chance to practice your positioning, guys. Excellent game mode for positioning practice. Oh, red getting, or blue getting interrupted as they run up here by red. Zed on the low ground, interrupting all of those people trying to regroup right there. Green pushing it back off. Looks like Green has been pretty overwhelmingly dominant on the point, doing a great job of kind of posturing back here in the catacombs, if the point, if you will, and letting the other two teams kind of fight each other while they low-key maintain control of the point. But Blue doing a good job of pushing them back out. Green getting routed from both sides here. Green's numbers thinning down. With a minute and a half left on the clock, Blue takes full control here, and Green is just in the air. They're floating on the merry-go-round right now. Chatham's Pest getting really low right there. Blue holding now on the point. Looks like they're going to be the first ones to cap it here if nothing changes in the next minute or so. Red coming up from the low ground now. Not as grouped as they probably could be as they run around, choosing not to take. I guess there is a grapple on the backs there. There's Ashley grappling up there. A good flank from Ashley on the back side of it. And Green is going to retake. No, there's Red. There goes Red trying to take control of the point. It's a total clown fiesta, guys. This is a mess. Blue on the low ground. It's anyone's game. 40 seconds left on the clock. Who will cap the point? Who will win this one? Honestly, we should run a prediction. Mods, can you run a prediction? We should run predictions. That shit would be crazy. Mod, run a prediction for red team, green team, blue team. Make it a 2-minute prediction. Yeah, let's bet. Let's bet on it. Okay, now we have blue and green squaring off against each other. Green team fighting both. True, but honestly, it's mainly because green team is positioned really, really good in behind these tents here. It's really hard to get in on these tents. If you're pushing in from this side over here, you're pushing in, it's very difficult to kind of expose yourself pushing the tents because you expose yourself to this team over here. So green positioning themselves in that way makes a maximum run distance. The point is capable. Lazy Bug is going for it for blue. Is he gonna get it? No one CCs him off. Blue takes it, even though green, oh my god, now green's like, okay, we're pissed. Ashley diving onto the point now and looking for it. Who takes the W? Guys, get your votes in. Get your votes in the prediction. We have channel points at stake here. Channel points at stake. We have green trying to cap the point here, and it looks like they are gonna get it back. No, blue team takes it again. Red is the only team not participating yet because they haven't been able to take the point yet. Red looks like the least organized team as well, as blue is barely holding this high ground. Pork chop really well positioned. You see the bows, guys. The bow users are kind of standing in back here, and then you see their frontline users kind of spread out in front like this. That's perfect positioning on the back line like that. You're just close enough to hit those green players, but far enough back, but you're not putting yourself at a tremendous amount of risk. Red looks like a complete clown fiesta right now. They're not organized at all. They're getting routed every time they come up here. They're just not grouped up. It's a little tough on them here. Blue very well positioned on this one, but it's green is actually in the lead, but it looks like the green is getting thinned out as red pushed them from the left and blue pushed them from the right. They're losing control of it. Oh, Field dove onto the point to try to get it for red. He's trying to cap. He's trying to get involved. Paladin trying to get on it now too. Red doing their best. 40%. They keep getting CC'd off. Red and blue just not letting, blue and green rather, not letting them have it. Field might get a cap onto the point here. He did get on it. That's such a big deal for red. And now they are hot in on it. You can see they're just behind the enemy teams. It is neck and neck. This is actually crazy. Green actually doing a great job on this left side with blue on the right side here. You see there's the green on the right side, or on the left side, blue on the right side, both firing at each other. The tanks posturing out in front, the divers trying to get in behind to flank them, the backline doing what they can to try to stay safe, and the healers in full panic mode, not knowing who they need to heal here. It's Boo getting really low, running for his life. Is he gonna make it out? He does catch a swift heal right there. Good healing from the backline as this bow wand backline for blue doing a great job of making their team extremely resilient. Now they're calling out blue to hit green right now. Red's trying to sabotage the fight so that they get more people on the point. Red falling behind right now, and so both red and blue are working together now to try to push green off of this point. Blue looks really, really solid right now. Blue looks really solid right now. Green looks really solid as well. Red very scattered on this low ground. It looks like they're just getting farmed down there. Hawks, our highest damage player in the last game on the green team here, and he looks like he's doing a good amount of work here too, as he's trying to hide from us over there on that bow staff. Ooh, intuition. Green getting pushed off the point here as Blue takes a little bit more control. You can see the green losing control now as Blue starts to take over. No, green barely staying on top. Now red team has the most people on it. You can see the teams switching here as to who is getting participation on this Riftstone. Oh god, red takes participate. Honestly, red tries to cap it again. Good. They actually pull in front of blue team there. So red pulling into second place right there. Green looking very dominant on this one. Green looking really strong right now, and red and blue honestly working together but still not able to thwart green over here as green keeps positioning on this backside. Creativity trying to hold the high ground like a complete virgin, but getting knocked over like that. That's what you get for never having sex and playing a bow class. Red in the middle right now, just diving onto the point repeatedly. It's just not working out for them. Green can just focus down blue, and then red is too scattered to come over here. Red is just too scattered to group up and push the point. Looks like blue is trying, lazy pug healing himself, trying to cap this point here, and green is just not allowing. Oh my gosh, he gets a clean heal on the swift healing. Blue trying to get back into it. They do get right back into it, and green is almost has full control of the point right now. Both red and blue not working together to the best of their ability, as green is just taking control. Mother Mercy's team doing super well on this one. Here we go. Bomber with a big flash wave. Oh gosh, it gets canceled. Oh, you hate to see that. Oh, you just hate to see that. Lazy pug jumping in right now, not gonna catch a heal. Oh, he heals himself though. That's what's so strong about SNS wand. You just heal yourself back up. You don't do a whole lot of damage. You don't have a massive amount of CC, but you are the best tank in the game without a doubt. Green, gosh, blue and red. Green looking so dominant. You'd think that green just had more players. No, red is just so scattered. You can see how difficult it is for red to really group up. They're kind of just running in one at a time, and they're getting absolutely mauled by this green team here. Thog actually diving in, going for the flank on this blue team here, realizing he's a great sword SNS and realizing, oh wait, no, I don't do any damage, and then going to position on the front line again for his team. Again, these are all the tanks for blue team out in front here, except for Boo, who's very aggressively postured as a bow class. He's jumping back to the background. Who is that? Kasuri jumping back to the back line, looking for any sort of heal he can find. No healers look like they're alive though, and Kasuri's really low as well. Mercy getting low. It looks like green actually might be getting pushed off this point right now, as green has control of the Riftstone. They have got to wipe green off. You would think that they would just ally together to push green off the stone, but red is just too focused. Like, blue is killing both teams. Red is doing their best to focus green, but they're just not strong enough to do it by themselves. Blue is killing too many red players to actually make it happen. Wait, okay, so blue now is in the lead here. Green still has the stone, but blue is contesting because they did cap it again. Yeah, red are absolute rats on this low ground. Oh, and look at this. They finally have control of the high ground, and he completely up his grapple, thought no one would see it, drops back to the low ground. Oh no, rather goes back to the high ground, goes into stealth. He's standing there. Don't worry, they're visual cuties based on movement. The battle for the high ground continues, and he's super low on health. It's an interesting die. He does make it happen. He says, nah, I've got it. I've got it. We're good. That's the power of crossbow dagger right there at close range. They are just really strong at getting that burst damage down, using that stealth to the best of his ability right there, charging up a focus fireball right here on this guy. Again, blue looks really powerful. It looks like they can challenge green, but like with red constantly interfering with this, green looks like they're just taking control over and over again. Although blue has a fair amount of progress. Their backline needs to step up onto the point. Their backline really needs to step in here. If they don't step in, they're not really contributing to the team's win here. You'll notice the way green is positioned, their backline is backed by these tents back here, and they're very difficult to get to, but they're still contributing to the overall points. Blue keeps positioning their backline outside of the range, and so only their tanks are really contributing to the win here. And red is, honestly, the Benny Hill music is playing for the red team right now. As they just can't even really get a group going on this one. They're really struggling right now. They be really struggling right now. Green full dominant on it right now. Blue team failed to capture the Riftstone. They did indeed fail to capture the Riftstone. It looks like manage prediction. Wait. Oh, did you just run a poll? Oh, okay. Let's see what the poll results look like. Green looks like 67% of people think green is going to win. And I'll be honest with you, you guys might not be wrong. But if you look at this, blue is just, all of their backline threats are all outside the zone, not helping their team take the zone here. They have to step up a little bit further. Even though you've, again, never really had sex in your life, you do need to step forward, dip your dick into the water a little bit, as it were, just the tip. Just on the edge of this zone would be perfect. But again, you look how many blue players are just not positioned on here. Red flanking in from the side here, blue biding their time, while green looks over at red like they're sitting on a casting couch. Lazy Pug looking for another cap onto the point to try to contest it here. There he is going to, he's going to throw it back up for grabs right now. Blue doing their best to try to take over the point again. 1 minute left on the clock. Again, you see all of these people not participating in the point for blue over here. And again, that's why green just keeps dominating, because their range can stand just inside of this zone here on this backside. You see Queener. Yeah, you see this bow user back here again. Just absolute rat vermin on the green team, but they kept their team in the zone the whole time. Red pushing blue right now, surprisingly enough, and all three teams battling each other. It looks like green is going to take it home, because it doesn't really matter with 20 seconds left on the clock. Mercy might just die though. No, the healers say my queen, and she stays standing. She's just fine. Wait, no, she died anyway. The queen is down. I repeat, the queen is down. It looks like green team's gonna take it pretty convincingly. 2, 1, and down it goes. Who had the highest damage? It looks like, honestly, green team, blue team, green team, green team, blue team, and the red teams was the 8th highest, guys. 8th highest. Red team coming up a little bit short on that one. 690k damage for round 2. Saint at 964,000 damage. Craig with 937,000. It looks like, again, the most kills on round 2. The most damage actually goes to Saint on this one, with Craig also having a crazy amount of damage. 937k. Hawks, honestly, Hawks who? Tua down here all the way at number 9. We almost didn't see him down there because he's so garbage. Let's see who the top players were for blue. Red. Okay, red had a few players leave. That's a little rough. No big deal. That's fine. Blue team, green team stayed with their 18 players right there. Good fights to everybody. Here we go. 48 versus 48. Omni versus Swipe Harder, sorry. Swipe Harder. Grand Alon Riftstone. Lock the in. Okay, red team is Omni. Red team is Omni. Swipe Harder is blue. And they're funneling to the Riftstone. They have to get into parties when they join, guys. They have to get into parties. Red is Omni. Omni looks like they're taking control of the Riftstone right at the start here. This is a huge zone here. Oh, Swipe Harder coming up in force now. Omni's gonna get overwhelmed. They don't have enough. Ah! There we go. They don't have enough. Swipe Harder taking over the stone. Wait, that is Swipe Harder, right? Blue team is Swipe Harder, yeah. Oh, here comes Omni. A huge push from Omni coming up. Swipe Harder swarming the stone right now. You know they're all in voice, bro. They be eating. Here comes red up the hill. Blue trying to hold on to the Riftstone. 3 minutes before the Riftstone's even available. Huge knock-up. Tornado right there. Omni holding the high ground. Or I'm sorry, Swiped Up rather. Holding the high ground. Omni firing from the low ground. Bombers moving through. Bougie to Invuln. Invuln, I believe, is one of the shot callers for them. Invuln leading the way into the back line right there. Trying to keep as many people occupied as they can. Swiped Up pushing down onto Omni. Oh my goodness, but look at all the red. Look at all the red they're pushing through. They're pushing through and they're very exposed in this choke right here. And the fight will come down to this choke point. This is where they battle over. And you see ideology, creativity, morning dinner on the high ground here as Red is forced to back up. God damn it, bro. I keep forgetting who is who. Red is Omni. Red is Omni. Okay, Omni is backing up right now. Swipe harder definitely has control of this one here. 5 and 2 so far. Yep. Gosh, this game looks so bad. Honestly, it's no worse than your mom was last night, so it's okay. Oh my goodness, swiped up, absolutely ripping through Omni right now. Omni not looking like they're as organized as they could be. They gotta lock in. They're spawning in here. They have invulnerability when they spawn in. I'm not sure that swiped up necessarily really wants to push up on them this hard when they have invulnerability on a spawn here, but they are literally trying to spawn camp them. They can get hit in the back. They can just choose a different spawn and take the Riftstone from them. There's a minute 25 seconds left on the clock. All of Omni's way, all of swiped up, or swipe harder rather, is away from the stone. Oh my god, they're just routing through them. They just be running through them. Dim trees, these nuts in your mouth is struggling right now. Mashing forward, trying to use what he can with his great sword here. Not gonna make it happen. I'm gonna go check on the Riftstone because this can't be everybody here. Devs is desperately running back to the Riftstone. Yeah, Red is spawning at different locations. Coming in, it looks like, yeah, they're running up towards the stone here. There's a decent amount of blue back on the stone here. Red is diving on as well here as Swipe Harder trying to hold on to it. Red is grouping up outside the stone here on this northeast point 3 over here. Looks like all of blue is running back right now as they realize that the enemy guild can basically group up on any side of the stone. So they have to be ready for any sort of regroup that they're going to throw at them. Oh, and now they hold a high ground right here, forcing Swiped Up to kind of come through this, or Swipe Harder rather, than come through this choke. Flash waves are going to come down. Flash waves are being fired back and forth across the choke right now, but it looks like, oh, and a good flank onto the back line with all those new spears back here as Lord Hysteria diving through Colonel Voyager back here as well. Soup, good divers from Reddit, but it looks like their main ball basically got wiped on this one. Oh my goodness. Swipe Harder looking really good. They just took control of the Riftstone. 10 minutes on the clock. Oh, Red with a big push onto the stone. Blue pulling back. Red doing a great job of pushing from the other side, keeping Blue on their toes, because they can come from 3 different angles at a moment's notice. This is not like the normal stone where you're always spawning from Narnia and have to walk back through Wakanda to get here. You can actually spawn a lot closer, and you can just change your spawn at any given point in time, which keeps the enemy guild on their toes and kind of like on their heels, defending the point repeatedly. Swiped Up, honestly, looking very dominant here. Red being pushed back. Omni being pushed back on the low ground here. Omni, oh my goodness, getting flanked on the backside by Evergreen. Blackout on the hunt as well. Mike diving in. Saint running down. This is not fun. Like Bambi in the woods. Feel doing his best. Really low on health. Saint, just too much gear. Feel's gonna run out of health before he can get a heal here. Omni just really spread here on this one. Came in to cry. Yeah, man, you can't just come in and say the game's dog shit and expect my chat not to just eat you alive. Swiped Up defending on 3 fronts right now. Omni, a really strong guild on their server. Swiped Up looking really strong, though. Maybe not quite enough Omni members here, as there is, I think there's just a few more Swipe Harder members with FTP here as well. Omni grouped up on this low ground. They have blue split right now, so Omni doing their best, but they don't have a crazy amount of healers. Primo gets healed while he's in the air. Just as I say that, the few healers they do have are actually doing a pretty solid job, as Omni is finally grouped up, not letting those divers through their backline. Pete Jones not going to dive far enough, is going to go down. Oh, but so is 3 members of Omni as he dies with him. Omni having to back up here as they squeeze. Swiped Up is just squeezing their penis through this choke right now. It's a tight fit because they have kind of a cheese wheel. It's not a very long dick, but it's very short and a lot of girth. So they're squeezing it through here. They're trying to push in. They do manage to get through, and Omni is just pushed all the way back out. And honestly, this is a bit of an overextension from Swipe Harder here. And so we're going to run back towards the zone. Yeah, they're just going to go straight up for the point here. As Red Omni runs straight through, they're going straight up for the point, sneaking right in behind Swipe Harder here. Running up onto the point, but they can't cap it because they're not leadership, so they're not here fast enough. Swipe Harder returning fire, coming back, trying to keep Red from getting onto the point here. But Swipe Harder doing a great job asserting dominance on this one. Blue Squadron, the #1 announcer, going TL goes to tournament mode. God, I hope so. I have a tournament planned that's going to be exactly this. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Ooh, caught in this low ground is Omni. Good knock-up right there. Good dives from Omni. And again, I don't think that Omni has another guild in their alliance with people here. So Omni with slightly more randoms here than Swipe Harder has. Ooh, look at that flank crew on the high ground here with the main ball from Omni trying to sit on the low ground. They're trying to split their forces so that they can hit Swipe Harder from both sides here. And Swipe Harder kind of wedged in here. This is a great position. They need to push up right now. The main ball needs to grow a pair of balls. No, they're going to get engaged on. They've got to move forward. There's the spear dive in to the back line. These fucking non-sex havers back here are way too scared to move up. Sasuke, Carline, who is this? Lakrita. Who is this guy? Ain't doing anything. These people have never had sex in their lives. They're completely useless. They literally destroyed that entire push. Omni set up a beautiful push right there, and their main ball just did not step up to reinforce the way they should have. When Swipe Harder dove onto this high ground, they should have just pushed straight through and hit him in the back. That was the whole idea behind the push, and they had it set up and they just didn't. Oh God, it's so tragic. And now they're routed again, are gonna have to get a regroup down. It was a good effort from Omni though to try to set that up. Maybe if a few more members of their guild had sex before, they would have been able to make that happen. Approaching from the other side this time, but Swipe Harder is all over that push as they just dive straight in on it. Devs is running out like a chicken with his head cut off. That's fine. Blackout though stays in. He's trusting his healer, and he did catch a small heal there, but he did end up backing out on this side of it. Omni's still spawning in here. Hawks dives in. That's basically the top fragger. Literally inting on this one. Hawks, a terrible play coming out of the top fragger for Swipe Harder right there. Oh my goodness. We just saw him jihad it into the enemy team. Absolutely obnoxious. Oh my goodness, they have them all the way pushed onto this high ground here. I'd love to see them pick a different spawn right now, catch them out of position, and push into their backside here. It looks like they are doing exactly that. Pete Jones looking for a heal right now. You're not going to find it. Nobody cares about your well-being. That B-Fox, the British are coming, the British are coming, the British are coming. Omni's trying to regroup on the other point, and he's telling his entire guild as they try to regroup, he's gonna die for it, but he is gonna let them know Swipe Harder gets a chance to pull back as Red reaches the zone. They get knocked up in the air just in time by Swipe Harder. Great scout right there. Good scouting information by Swipe Harder, but it looks like Omni actually has control of the main platform right now, as there's not enough Swipe Harder back here to really hold this at the moment. Red's numbers, Omni's numbers thinning out a little bit at this time. Bell gonna go down all alone here. Uses the blink, not gonna find a respite from that one. Oh, another big push from Omni. Good group right there again. I think that Omni has a few more randoms here, and so it's a little bit more difficult for them to group. You see how strong Swipe Harder looks here. They've clearly got their shot caller in voice right now, and they all got floated. Great tornado right there, and a good dive from Soup and Agent onto the back line here to try to distract as many members as possible. Good Omni dive right there, but their main ball looks like it might be getting routed. Their back line is in Narnia. Tekani, you can almost hear him Wakanda forever as he runs for his life like a complete look at him running down here. Doing absolutely nothing for his team. Oh my God, you just hate to see that. And then he gets hunted down and killed anyway. You hate to see that, guys. Stand tall with your team, guys. You have got to stay together. Do not be such a pussy when your team pushes in. Omni pushing from the other direction this time, but a good flank coming in from Swiped Up here. Look, they're approaching from two ways. They're holding the platform. Their flankers are in from this side. That's Hawk's knocked into the air, but he does come back down. He gets a big heal, and they just shove right down the hill. Not the best push from Omni right there, given that Swipe Harder was kind of coming back from the respawn. This is insane. Swipe Harder winning because they know how to cooperate. Yeah, they definitely are coordinated a little bit better here. Omni taking the high ground here and on the low ground. They're trying to split the Swipe Harder forces again, and that kind of worked last time, but they never chose to pull the trigger, and we see this as well, and it happens to a lot of guys. You just can't get it up and finish the push that you started on this one. And look at all these people in this choke right now. It's free real estate. Omni with people on the high ground, Omni with people on the low ground. A perfect push for them. I'm not sure that they're gonna have enough though. Swipe Harder just does not have anyone on this high ground, and still is winning this push. Although Omni, yeah, forced to retreat now is the reinforcements from Swipe Harder streaming in behind them, and Swipe Harder looking super dominant on this as they push in. His gear equalized. I would say the gear for these guilds who play hardcore is probably pretty equalized. At this point, everyone's basically got their max gear on. Everyone's fully traded. Yeah, there's probably maybe like 100 plus or minus 100 gear score average here, but my god, Swiped Up is on the hunt right now. There's sharks in the water and they smell blood running down the Omni members as they spawn in to the Alamo, more or less. Regrouping back to the crossroads here. This is a great spot to group for Swiped Up because they can take control of high grounds on either side of this little canyon here. No matter where Omni, it covers two pushes that Omni can do. The only one it doesn't cover is right back here, and they can they're close enough to it that they can pull back to it if they need to here. Swiped Up just pushing straight through. Omni's group here didn't work either, but they are pulled really far out of position. If they spawn on point, what is that, point 3 up there? They spawn on point 3 up there. They might be able to make something happen right now. But Swipe Harder knows it, and they're headed on back to the node here. Yep, and there goes Omni. They tried to pull them out of position. Omni did spawn at point 3 and is trying to run them down, but they're just... honestly, a big problem that Omni's having. Good, there we go. They're running down a few members of the Swiped Up squad, but they're all stacked up on each other, and that's just a crossbow and a flash wave away from death, and they smell it. Swipe Harder diving through, and you can almost taste the fear as Omni starts to scramble backwards, and that's going to be the end of it. Swipe Harder gonna take it. Look at the damage coming out and the kills there. Good fights to both guilds. Both them looked great. I do think that Omni had a few less people that were actually in their guild or in their alliance, because I think a few FTPs showed up as well. So don't feel bad, Omni. Honestly, this is the best way to fight another guild, because you have someone shoutcasting it the whole time, so you can go back and look at things that you could have done better, like spatially at that point in time. I actually think that this way of scrimming between guilds is fantastic. GG's to everybody. That was amazing. Omni, your top fragger was Spy C with 661,000 damage. Agent Sleep with 11 kills, 347,000 damage. 609,000 damage on Irui. Amazing DPS right there. Let's look damage taken. I can't like sort it by maximum damage taken, but it looks like max damage taken over here. 425 damage, 425,000 damage by admin. Looks like, nope, 456,000 by Smite Sucks as well. So the tank's doing a great job. The best healer in the group looked like it was Spicy. What? How did Spicy? Never mind. Smite Sucks, 774,000 healing on this one as well. 540,000 by Zest maxing. Zest maxing probably the best healer that you guys have outside of the tanks, the people that aren't SNS wands. So great job there. The analytics on this side for Swipe Harder look like damage taken, with the most damage taken was 317,000 by Chatamus Pest. Yeah, Chatamus Pest. Wait, no, 400,000 by Craig. Chatamus, sit down, your dog shit. Amount healed, let's see. 579,000 by Moshi. We love Moshi. Is that the Moshi that I know from BDO? Because she's a specimen. Never mind, she's dog shit. Mercy is literally the greatest healer of all time in this game. 1.2 million damage healed on the winning team as a bow wand. Crazy. Never mind. Mercy is complete dog shit. Mercy is literally the worst player in her guild. Sumeng is definitely the best healer. 1.445 million damage heal. Mercy, who? Oh my goodness. Another million from All Right as well. Great. What's up, Mercy? We've only been saying good things about you. That was awesome. Good fights, guys. Holy shit. Boys. Now when people start talking shit in chat, we can just be like, yeah, you want to make a war game? I'll make the room right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We'll just run it right now. We'll just run this shit right now.